Are you super horny because your husband has not been intimate with you in more than 90 days? Do not blame yourself. That's the most important thing. Do not blame yourself. You are a beautiful woman. You are gorgeous. You are amazing. You are killing it out here. You are desirable. Any man will be lucky to have you. Any man will be lucky to have you. And I know it's like, okay, girl, you saying that, but my man doesn't want me. He's not touching me. He's not doing anything that I like as far as intimacy, physical touch, and just all those things, right? The first step to fixing your relationship in regards to physical intimacy is understanding the why. Once you understand the why, the resolution is easy. You're going to reconnect emotionally. I want you to spend intentional time together without distractions. Spend intentional time together without distractions. So you guys are going to compliment each other. You're going to flirt with each other, and you're going to express appreciation for the small things. Just the little things. These little steps will go long ways, okay? So bring that physical intimacy back without going all the way. Maybe you guys are holding hands. Maybe you guys are cuddling. Maybe you guys are doing back rubs. Man, it's nothing like holding hands at night in bed when you guys are going to sleep. That's beautiful. That brings the closeness back to you. Do a little spoon and just start there with little baby steps, okay? At the end of the day, you are still your number one love, okay? So I want you to kind of fall back from putting it all on you and putting yourself in the center of it to kind of see what's really going on with him. You're wondering why he's losing interest. You're wondering what's he doing with his time. Why doesn't he want to do it with you? The most biggest one that a lot of women think about is he cheating? What is going on? Because if he's not touching you, he's touching somebody else. That may not be the case. I'm not saying it isn't the case, but it may not be the case. He is silently dealing with something that he cannot share with you, that he hasn't shared with you, that he's too embarrassed to share with you. This is a huge issue in your marriage, but you will get over it, okay? You will get over it. There are going to be things that come into your marriage that it could make you or break you. And this is not one of those. This is not one of those. You guys are going to get past this hump. I'm April A. Carter, certified expert relationship coach, and I help women just like you start living their best love lives one strategy at a time. So, this particular situation in your marriage is creating an emotional distance between you two. It's creating stress in your relationship. And it may even be causing you to actually naturally not want to do it with him either, right? Because it's like the desire is fading. After so many times of rejection, excuse me, you're just gonna be like, just forget it. I don't want it anymore anyway. So the desire from both of you will be kind of like at its low. I'm not even gonna say plateau. I'm gonna say plunge. And we can't have that to happen because when two people decide that they don't want it anymore, then next thing you know, you're gonna be sleeping in separate rooms, and I don't want that for you. This is truly, truly fixable. It's truly fixable, but here's the thing, it's going to take both of you. So grab your pen, grab your paper, let's go. One, things you can influence your energy and your presence. I want you to show up as confident, show up as playful, and show up as desirable, right? Because when you are all of these things, that's something that men automatically gravitate to. This is not for you to blame yourself, but these are things that you can absolutely influence. I want you to influence how you communicate, okay? How you communicate your desires. I want you to be gentle when you speak. I want you to speak in a soft tone. I want you to be clear with him without pressuring him. Be clear with him without pressuring him, okay? Men need their peace. Peace. I want you to give that man peace. Men love coming home to a peaceful home. This peace for him is going to shift his mood, girl. It's going to shift his mood. So, just like with women, it's emotional for us. We have to feel it. It affects them that way as well, especially if your man is over 40. That's because he's outside of the jackrabbit phase when they're younger. When you're 40 plus, you're a little bit more settled and you don't need to do it all the time and you don't. So if he's over 40, it's not something that he absolutely needs to do all the time. It's something that he wants to do because he desires it. Okay. But when you're yelling at the top of your lungs and you're not, giving him peace, or the house is messy, just all those things, it's like he has no desire. He might have urges, but he will not have that desire. So create the space for him. I mentioned, your home, right? Create the space for intimacy. Make sure the dishes are done. Make sure, the house is clean. Just all of those things. Make sure you set the mood. Make sure you set the time. Make sure you make it intentional. Be intentional, because if you want to get what you want to get from your husband, you have to set it up on the front end. And I'm not just talking about, physical intimacy. I'm talking about anything you want. You have to set it up with these men and put it in their head. Okay. Now, let's talk about things that are outside of your control, because this is where you are right here. You are dealing with things that are outside of your control. Okay. And that is because he has things going on as a man that he doesn't tell you about, because it's not his job to burden you with some of these things. Some of these things could be stress from work. Maybe he has family issues outside of your household. His parents, his children that don't live with you, maybe his cousins or uncles, death in the family, just all these different familiar things that can play a part in things that are outside of your control. Let's talk about his financial responsibilities. Girl, when your man is burdened with financial issues, he's not going to want to do anything. Okay. He's thinking about the money and what's he going to do to pay these bills or whatever. So some of these things cannot be managed by you, nor should you ask for them to be on your plate, because listen, you got enough on your plate, okay? Let him deal with that. But understand, your job as the wife is to recognize and know what he's going through as the head of your household. The next thing I want you to know is that you cannot control his health issues. You are not able to control his health issues. So that could be anything from like low testosterone. That could be fatigue if he's really tired. Maybe he needs to increase his iron, right? There could be medications. Maybe he's on medications for, like, let's say, high blood pressure or just whatever. I don't know what these men are dealing with. But whatever medications he's on, that can cause him to have erectile dysfunction or ED, diabetes medicine. All of these different type of medical issues can cause your man to not want to have the physical intimacy that you have grown to love and that you crave. So I got to take a pause here, right? Because this is real life stuff. I'm not talking about your boyfriend. I'm not talking about somebody that you're talking to or that you're dating. I'm talking about your husband. This is your husband, right? So this is somebody that you have been with for a long time and plan to continue to be with for a long time. Long time meaning forever. Even though this is your husband, he may not want to be vulnerable in that manner with you, even though you are his wife. So let's talk real, okay? Even though that is your husband, he may not want to be vulnerable with you in that manner for fear of judgment. He has pride, right? So you have to create a safe space for him. The next thing that you cannot control that he might be dealing with is past unresolved conflicts. So any relationship resentment that he has built towards you in the relationship, it might still be there. It might still be lingering. Even though you guys have gotten past it, maybe he is not 100% past it mentally. So unconsciously, your relationship is suffering because of the relationship resentment that he has built towards you. So some of these things are the reason why your physical intimacy has declined. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to know. I want you to know these things that I just mentioned are outside of your control, right? So, like the stress, the libido situation, just all those things, unresolved conflicts. But here's another reason, well, some more reasons why he may not be, intimate with you, may not want to be intimate with you, because he's feeling pressured or guilted into it. Nobody likes that. Think about it as a woman. How many times have you felt the pressure or guilted into having, relations, when you just wasn't really feeling it? Feel like you're just doing it because you want to get this person off of your back. So do not guilt him or pressure him, because at the end of the day, I mean, you are all of that in a bag of chips. He needs to be running towards you, but I understand some of the reasons why he may not be. So let's work with him and give him some grace, because I don't want you to end up in divorce alley. I don't want your marriage to suffer and end in dissolution because you were not able to work through some of these barriers, that could be fixed. We could fix these for you if two people are aligned and ready to do the work. Here's another thing. Another reason why he may not be, wanting to be intimate with you, because of emotional disconnect. So if he doesn't feel close to you, maybe you guys are just kind of two ships passing in the night, doing your own thing. If he's not feeling respected by you, if you're always talking down to him or saying, he should be doing this and comparing him to other husbands, men need to feel respected and appreciated. Okay. So speak to him as such, as though you appreciate him, love him, and respect him. Lastly, lastly, but not least, the reasons why your man may not be intimate with you right now is because he is physically exhausted. Does he have a job where he works long hours? Does he do a lot of laborious work? He may not also be distracted with the cell phone, right? Social media, video games, or other temptations. Dare I say, other women? Because that is a possibility also, right? Maybe your man is just late. Next thing I want you to do is communicate your desires clearly. You're going to use I feel statements, right? That means you're going to say things like, I feel disconnected when we aren't physically intimate because XYZ. Whatever your reason is, and be honest with him. Put it on the table. Neither of you should ever use blame, shaming, you know, wording, especially if he's already feeling vulnerable in this area. I'm sure he wants to love on his wife. I'm sure he does, but there's something going on and he's already feeling, feeling bad about it. Then you're going to create a safe space free of judgment. He should be able to open up and tell you the real reasons why he doesn't want to be intimate with you. Do not poke or ask him 21 questions. Allow him to tell you this in his own wording, in his own conversation. He's going to open up once you allow him the platform and the space to do so. When you make sure it's his words, there is no room for confusion. To share what intimacy means to you, emotionally and physically, and how you're like dealing without it if it's so important to you. Allow him to understand your point of view. Right now, you are a woman in your prime, and it's something that you need, something that you want, something that you desire. You love your husband. You can't see yourself without him. The thought of his touch, just his smell, just all those things makes you aroused. Just tell him exactly how you feel. This is the marriage that God put together between you two. Be honest, be honest, be honest. If you can't be honest with your man, with your husband, who can you be honest with? Nobody on YouTube, nobody on social media. So be honest with him. Create a safe space for both of you to do so with open arms. Create the right environment. You're going to set the mood with lighting, with music, with scents. You're going to reduce the distractions in your home. Turn off the phones. Make sure the kids are occupied. You're going to serve dinner. You're going to take actions with intimate gestures. But here's the thing, these last few things that I just gave you, all of these work well once you get to the root of the problem. It's like putting a band aid over a wound that needs stitches. You have to get to the root of the problem in order to heal it. Now, for you, girl, I want you to do self care and walk with confidence. Dress for yourself and him. Confidence is magnetic. We talked about that earlier. Take care of your energy, your mindset, and your feminine presence. Because at the end of the day, you are all you have. At the end of the day, you are all you have. Okay? The relationships is all about you. It's about who you choose, why you choose them, and why you stay in a relationship with them. So now that you know that, I want to make sure you always bring it back to you while allowing your man the space to be vulnerable. And then lastly, I want you to seek help. Okay? Seek help, right? Because watching YouTube videos are cool, but you need to seek help if it's been a long time and you guys are planning to stay together. You can consider counseling, you can consider coaching. I'm a certified expert relationship coach. I can help you get to the root of it. Go to aprila.carter.com, but schedule your consultation so that we can work through your deeper issues. Make sure you schedule your health checkups for him and for you. Okay? You got to check out the libido. Make sure the libido is functioning. Make sure the ED is not there. If it is, and there's medication for that. Pick up a book or take a course to learn strategies for intimacy and connection. Listen, if you plan on being married for a long time, there's going to be ups and downs in your relationships. But to keep them on a more up high, make sure you read books to help you do that. Have any of these resonated with you? Any of these tips? If they resonated with you, comment below. I'm going to respond in the chats or in the comments whenever you put them there. I'm going to respond. I invested in your relationship. My job on this planet is to inspire, empower, and motivate. And one of the ways that I do that is through relationships. I have been happily married for more than 15 years, the second time around, girl. So I know that relationships can be tough. I know that marriages can be hard. But if you want to stay together, you have to fight for your relationship, especially if there's no domestic violence, if there is no drug use or drug abuse going on within the relationship, if there is no, bad things happening to the children, just all of those things that really make you want to exit the marriage. This is lightweight. You can get through this. A year or two is a small drop in the bucket for your relationship. You have forever to go. So fix this while you can. Let me tell you something. Those single scenes, they not it. How do I know? I do single events for singles. And it's always, it's hard trying to find a needle in a haystack. So now that you found your needle in the haystack, I'm going to help you thread that to a lasting relationship. So the last small action that I want you to take tonight to spark intimacy is I want you to send him a playful, a little cute playful text. Put a smile on his face. It doesn't have to be anything dirty, just something light and flirty, okay? So, what do you think? Are you going to try some of these? Make sure you try them and let me know. Come back and let me know in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm April A. Carter, your certified expert relationship coach. I help women create intimacy and love in their relationships to last forever and ever and ever. And so remember, focus on what you can control and watch your intimacy change in 4 weeks or less. See ya.